Hey everyone, hope you're doing good out there. It's kind of a hot one in Arizona. Get through it as soon as the monsoons come in, which they're starting. They do every year about this time, 4th of July. So today I thought I'd look at the energies for July. We have some major planetary shifts going on. Uranus is going to go into Gemini. And that'll be the second week, I think. Also, we've got Mercury retrograde, and that always shows up around 3 times a year. So we know that when Mercury's retrograde, we need to take it slow and do some, finish up projects, clean things up, think about things rather than execute new things. Till about the middle of August. So middle of July, middle of August. It's about a 4-week period. So, and if things are going to break down like machinery, computers, things act up, if they're about to break down, so kind of gives you a heads up on things that need to be repaired, Mercury retrograde. And computers are notorious for not always working right. First week before it goes retrograde, and then the week right before it goes direct again, are the more crucial times. So today, Sun is in the water sign Cancer. Cancer natives are also hopefully getting some good benefits from Jupiter, which is also in the water sign Cancer, going over your Sun. So if you're a Cancer native, this might be a good time for you to grow more confidence. Usually that's Jupiter does give that, gives opportunities if you're looking for new opportunities. Asking you shall receive. So let's look at Saturn and Neptune in Aries is affecting all natives born in Aries, early Aries, all the fire signs, Leo, early, like late July, Leo people, Aquarius, and well, they get a sextile. So the Aquarius is mostly getting the Pluto aspects, early Aquarius. So it's a time of change, inside, awakening, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio people. So Mercury will be retrograding in the fire sign Leo this month. Looking forward to that. Venus is in late degrees right now of Taurus with Uranus, late degrees of Taurus, and this can be creating some major changes and upheaval for people who have planets in Scorpio, Taurus, late Aquarius, all the fixed signs, Scorpio. So let's begin. Neptune is going to go retrograde as well. And so we'll have Mercury, Neptune, Saturn, I think. Yeah, so it's about to go retrograde until about mid-October, and then they go forward again. So those are big shift and change times to be aware of. It just means the energy goes internal and we get to concentrate more on things that we're involved in, whatever they may be. So let's look at July first week. What does it look like, 4th of July? I think that is going to be an intense day. I think the moon is in Scorpio on the 4th of July. So time of introspection, analysis, introspection. 4th of July always puts us in touch with how we feel about the United States. Lower this. You could see the cards. How we feel about the United States during this time. Um, so a time of introspection, seek higher counsel. Also for some time to take a break, 4th of July time. Might be some, I heard something about there being marches. Yeah, people, 5 of wands here, people having debates or discussions, debates, energy of change, petition, people fighting for what's right, work to be done, the apprentice card, 8 of Pentacles. So this first week could also mean grounding your energies in busy work. Let's see, especially with those planets moving through Cancer and Leo. Leo people like to be creative, inspirational. 2 of Cups, time to harmonize, coming together, harmonize, socialize. So right now, today the moon is in Virgo. So in 2 days it'll be in Scorpio. Yeah, Libra and then Scorpio. So socializing, having some shared interests, and finding people you harmonize with. It's a big time of changes. Some people may be worried about their budgets, especially if you're thinking about this big, beautiful bill and how it's going to affect people on Medicare and other programs. I think the veterans also, whatever they're thinking of gutting so that they can pay down the deficit and give themselves a raise. So let's see. Yeah, the Empress, things will grow. Hopefully things will not get out of hand because this card can also represent growth and movement, the harvest time. But it also represents taking it easy. It's ruled by Venus, the Empress, Venus in Taurus right now. She likes to grow things, sensuality. Um, enjoying the great outdoors, Gaia, the earth. It's a good thing for that. Good time for that. So that's the first week, looks like. It's not going to be too bad, except for the 5 of Wands. Might have something to do with the marches and people expressing their upsetness about the government. So, second week of July. Let me pause this for a second. July. So, the second week of July, full moon energy on the 10th. The ambitious earth sign Capricorn. So we might feel like tackling on more, getting our projects done. Second week of July. Yes. Second week of July, full moon energy. What can we know about the second week? And I want to focus this for the USA. Here in the USA. 4 cards. So whatever calamities are going on the previous week, it looks like we're going to get a better perspective, move on to maybe new attitudes, because the 6 of Swords can also mean a new attitude, to employ a new attitude, to move through the difficulties. Um, so the love card here, the Ace of Cups, um, feeling happy about some things, some joy, spiritual joy, hopefully. The overcoming of the bullies that are creating havoc around the world. Five of still the bullies are there, I think. Shall we? People coming together with some projects, maybe forming alliances. It's looking like, as we have all this political conflict in the United States, stalemate. So maybe that bill doesn't get passed yet. There's a stalemate. Maybe people will need to gather around this message, protect their privileges, their services. Excuse me. We pay for Medicare, Medicaid out of our tax dollars. And again, the Two of Cups. Some people coming together here, finding harmony, finding purpose, finding a way of being. Teams, perhaps more teams coming together second week. Yeah, and then Saturn goes retrograde on the 12th. So that's going to maybe create some sluggishness over the weekend. Saturn in Aries. The Saturn in Aries is new energy for many of us. It's mostly affecting individuals born Aries, Leo, early Cancer, the cardinal signs, Libra, Capricorn, early degrees of the sign, if you know your astrology. These cards are telling me that there's going to be events here, difficult events that are going to create a stalemate, the Two of Swords, and people coming together to form a new alliance, bring in more harmony, more love, more harmony. Again, Saturn going retrograde, Saturn in Aries. So that could put some restriction on aggressive tendencies that we may have. So Saturn in Aries with Neptune, new ideals and new spirituality. Neptune encourages us to look beyond the veil of illusions, not to get caught in them, as we have in the last 16 years, has it been? Neptune has been in Pisces, I think since 2012. Neptune in Pisces, now Neptune starting in Aries. The other major thing later this month is Uranus going into Gemini. So for the third week, July, what does it look like? What's going on in the United States that we need to be aware of? The last quarter moon always encourages us to finish up our projects, make decisions, take some time to evaluate things that you have grown in terms of your projects, your plans. That occurs July 17th. So we got Mercury retrograde. We're in the shadow of it. And yeah, it goes exact retrograde Friday the 18th. Right, so we're in the shadow of that Mercury retrograde. So here's the government, Hierophant, ethical law, morals, the Pope. Again, the Six of Swords. Something is happening here that we keep having to rise above it all with the government. New passage out of difficulties, being encouraged to grow strength, fortitude. We do have strength and fortitude. Gotten through, United States citizens have gotten through worse times in the past. So we have this fortitude, the world card, things open up, things get completed. But the world is watching. Also our government, watching our government, I guess with the wars going on, negotiations with the G6, G7, whatever they're calling themselves now. But there is a turn here in consciousness with the 5 in the completion card, 21. The completion card meaning that there's like a change in our destiny is happening around our morals, our ethics, our belief systems, to look upon more universal values. Well, so the 9 of Pentacles is about money, abundance, growing things, making good investments. It's what they call the wealth card. Wealth. It also represents making decisions so that you can create better wealth with better use of your resources. Okay, one more card. And let's see, big 3. What we need to know here. Yeah, energy going into new projects. So it's still, we're getting through some kind of difficulty here this month. It doesn't look like it's all milk and honey. Land of milk and honey. It's represented by the Empress card. Let's move these around for the 4th week. Mercury retrograde. Pace yourself. You're traveling. Pay attention to details. 4th week, 21st through the 27th, new moon on the 24th. We're finishing at that last lunar cycle. Wow, this is a Tower card. Popped out. Big changes. Upheavals, change. There might be some earth changes during this week. That's what I'm getting from that Tower card. So as I said before, if you live in an area that's really going to get impacted, make sure you invest in a generator, something. Plan for the future. On the 22nd, the sun moves into Leo. So that's the zenith here, the zodiac. Yeah, there's something going on that we're going to be recovering from feeling defeated. Maybe it's that bill. Maybe for some it'll be those earth changes. War weary. Could be the wars over there. Israel, Iran, Ukraine, Russia. Our troops over there. People needing to watch their back. Need to come together in this country and stop being divided. Here's a world card again. There's something that's happening on a global level. World card. Some things are being completed, and I think this is talking about the wars. 4th week here, sun is in Leo. Will be announcements. New announcements. What else is important this week? Yeah, some Pluto opposition on the 25th. It could be a strong message. This really affects Leo people and Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus, early degrees. Pluto. Again, some information about handling things, management, money management. Maybe this, see if it has anything to do with this budget. Congress. Hope for America. We're encouraged to have faith and hope. It's a time of cleansing. I think on the political front, it's like people fighting for their rights. The Nine of Wands, not to be defeated by the oligarchs and their plans. And the card. Something hidden will be revealed. This card also represents feminine energy, nurturance, nurture ourselves. But something hidden will be revealed. Hopefully, it'll give us some hope for the future. With the Star card and the World, the completion of what previously might have been what has been defeating us. Negative thoughts, negativity in our government, corruption. We get what we deserve if we don't do something about it. Express your views, get together with people, go to town hall meetings. Let Congress know we're watching. What did Ben Franklin say? You better watch your government. He's right. And that was way back then. 1776 time. We are repeating that cycle with Pluto in going through Capricorn Aquarius. All right, the last week here, where we got going this month, Uranus going into Gemini. That's going to be a big one. Starting to feel that shift. And what was the date on that? Getting this date. Uranus in Gemini. Yeah, so yeah, it's earlier on the 7th, well, the 8th of July. Retrograde until August 11th. Some people pay attention to the nodes in astrology. The nodes are still in Pisces, Virgo, polarity, which can have a lot to do with new faith, having faith, being of service to one another. But you could also talk about in the Vedic system, Saturn is still in Pisces. You could talk about the floods and some of those energies going on. Okay, so the last week here, just a few days, July. We summarize July. To summarize July. Wow. So here's the card for family, inheritance, fortunes, legacies. Someone is offering a new program, maybe to the youth. Some kind of new program. Here's that Two of Swords again. Maybe this budget doesn't really get passed yet. Into July. What is this stalemate about? Maybe the way we can't seem to move forward. And then here comes the evil Knight of Swords. Anger, recklessness, brash, impulsive energies. You might want to watch for that at the end of July. But Mars will be in Virgo, and Venus will be in Leo. This keeps coming up, the Two of Swords, some kind of stalemate. We get a clarifier on this Two of Swords. Is it about the oligarchs, King of Pentacles? So this is something about the oligarchs, the rich people that have a plan. Who does it benefit? Of course, themselves. Who gets benefits this month? Well, the military, Chariot, people moving forward with their plans. But in the light of these cards here, Knight of Swords, the oligarchs, the war that's going on still continues, it looks like. Doesn't look like we got any peace going on here. Not yet, although they want to. The world is watching what the US does under Trump and that bullying and going back and forth, tariffs. They say that stuff isn't going to really kick in yet. What else do I want to ask about? Maybe just three cards on, since it kept coming up, this budget. The budget, Congress, the budget, going back to the House, the Senate, the Senate, the House again. Will this big, beautiful bill pass? Can I know? Three cards. Can I know? If it's being held up, some of the writing, that's what I see. Something about the way it's written is what illegal, maybe. Wow. The death card doesn't seem to say that it's going to keep going. It looks like somebody's going to put an end to it. People getting their wishes, satiation, wishes, stagnation too. Maybe stagnation, yep. It's not really, not yet, not happy. I don't think it's going to pass yet. Not by what these cards are telling me. It has to be rewritten, perhaps. Parts of it, yeah, and there are struggles, competitive interests at this big, beautiful bill. It's in the house, so to speak. People looking at it, thinking about it, analyzing it. Who benefits from this big, beautiful bill? And here's that Ace of Cups. So there's something here that may eventually be of benefit to everyone, but it's in litigation. Parts of it are going to die. This big, beautiful bill. Oh, I wish I could say better, but these things need to be sorted. I guess we'll need to continue to call the Congress people and let them know how they feel about this big, beautiful, what is it, a $5 trillion bill? That chaos card, the tower, it's popping out. So big change ahead, July still. Keep your wits about you. Practice your spirituality, be kind to one another. And thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.